Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to recognize yesterday as National Medal of Honor Day, a solemn occasion when our nation pauses to reflect on the extraordinary heroism and selflessness of those who have received our country's highest military award for valor, the Medal of Honor. National Medal of Honor Day is an opportunity to pay tribute not only to their acts of courage, but also to the profound sacrifices made in the defense of our freedoms. Over 150 years ago, on March 25, 1863, the very first Medals of Honor were presented, establishing a tradition of recognizing those who displayed unparalleled bravery in the face of overwhelming danger. More than a century later, in 1990, Congress designated March 25th as National Medal of Honor Day, ensuring that future generations would never forget the service members who went above and beyond the call of duty. Since its inception, the Medal of Honor has been awarded 3,547 times to service members who have demonstrated extraordinary bravery and devotion to their fellow troops and our nation. Among those, 380 recipients have called Pennsylvania home, a testament to the courage and selflessness of the sons and daughters of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. One of those remarkable Pennsylvanians was Army Specialist Ross McGinnis, a young man from Clarion County who, at just 19 years old, made the ultimate sacrifice to save the lives of his fellow soldiers. On December 4th, 2006, while on patrol in eastern Baghdad, Specialist McGinnis and his unit came under attack. An enemy insurgent positioned on a rooftop hurled a grenade into his Humvee. Without hesitation, Specialist McGinnis threw his body onto the grenade, saving the lives of his fellow soldiers. For this incomparable courage and sacrifice, President George W. Bush posthumously awarded him the Medal of Honor in 2008. Today, the post office in Knox, Pennsylvania bears his name, ensuring that his legacy of heroism endures in a community he once called home. Another Pennsylvanian whose bravery is etched in history is Private First Class Foster Sayers, a 20-year-old infantryman from my hometown of Howard, Pennsylvania, who answered the call to serve during World War II. On November 12, 1944, while fighting near Thionville, France, Private Sayers single-handedly charged enemy positions, drawing fire away from his unit and allowing his fellow soldiers to successfully flank and capture the enemy stronghold. His courage, sacrifice, and dedication to duty earned him the Medal of Honor. 80 years later, his name remains a symbol of the price of our freedom. In November of last year, I had the privilege of presenting two flags to Foster Sayers Jr. and Foster Sayers III in honor of their father and grandfather's legacy. Foster Sayers was married to his wife Ellen at the time he deployed. He never met Foss, who actually was my neighbor for a lot of years, for decades. Married to my dad's cousin. Foster's wife, Ellen, was actually my babysitter when I was growing up, and a remarkable family. And behind every Medal of Honor recipient is a family that has also sacrificed. Our military families often bear the weight of their loved one's service, and I also want to thank them for their sacrifice. Mr. Speaker, when we observe National Medal of Honor Day, we honor these heroes and we affirm our sacred obligation to all who wear the uniform. We must ensure that our veterans and service members are treated with the dignity, care, and gratitude that they have so courageously earned. Let us continue to build a country worthy of the sacrifices of our veterans. May God bless our veterans, our fallen heroes, and our great nation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back the balance of my time.